Now that we have our green screen taken care of, let's shift over to do a little bit of motion tracking, because this is another shaky shot, just like the one we did with our replaced street sign. So to track the background, I'll do this pretty quick this time because we've seen it before. I'll collapse Effects and Presets and go down to Tracker. My motion source is going to be, I guess I better label these. Let's see here. So this one is my coffee cup. So I'll right click it, rename, and say cup. And we will call this one, ooh, it's getting late. Hand. All right. Hide the hand. Head up to layer. Make a new null object. Leave that alone for now. Head back to cup. Track motion. Cup is the motion source. It's a transform position track and the target is null 1. I'm going to leave the track point nice and small. That'll make this process fast, and it landed right on a nice high contrast edge, so I can just leave it exactly where it is. And it looks like I forgot to move my playhead all the way to the back before I tracked it, so we'll do that one more time. Okay, we like how our track turned out, so we hit apply, confirm X and Y, and then that tracking data is mapped onto our null object. Now if I bring the hand back, the hand is not currently tracked, so to do that I have to pick whip the hand to the null object, and now they'll move together. And I also want to take the hand and I want to move it around with the transform tools. So let's change the scale a little bit here so it gets smaller. Oops. Something like that. And then if I head all the way back to the beginning, you can see there's some stuff in there I don't mean to be there, so I'll need to change around the in and out points. We can do that real quick. So let's see, let's start this thing maybe here and end it back over here. Okay, in-out points adjusted. And we want to head back to our composition. There we go, now I don't get my ugly mug in there. Okay, so now I want to give myself a little, I've got the hand positioned correctly. If I play it, it should be kind of tracking with the coffee cup. It looks a little shaky, so it's possible we need to do a better job on the track. And indeed, I might also want to take that hand and raise it up a little bit so that it winds up popping out a little higher when all is said and done. But the final thing I want to do is add in a secondary mask. So I have the first mask that crops out the edges of my green screen, but now I'll add in a mask for the top of the coffee cup. So now I want to add in a shape layer, which I do through Layer, New, and Shape Layer. This is going to be like a secondary mask, and I'll need to zoom in to make this look right. Let's try that again. Zoom out, and then I can just make it real broad up here. Something like that. And something like that. When you do this, you'll do a much better job than me, but you get the basic idea. Okay, now this also needs to track alongside the cup. So I will pick whip down to the null layer, have that guy tracking, and then finally I want to go down to hand. And then over here under TR mat or track mat, I will select alpha mat. And the shape layer I think needs to be directly above. Track mat, shape layer 1. Very good. And now let's play the result. I get my little peeking fingers there. So it always dogs on the computer a little bit to be recording a video and working in After Effects at the same time, so you might find this looks a little choppy, but it should just be fine on your screen when you go ahead and give this a shot. I also find that sometimes zooming out allows this thing to play a little bit smoother. Didn't want to let me zoom out while the video was playing. Yeah, so that's a little closer to what we're looking for.